Good evening. I'm Eric Zawadzki, and I'm the developer for the Deviant the Renegades role-playing game. This is my regular tabletop group meeting in quarantine. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Jake playing Steve.
Noel playing Benji.
Oh, Rachel playing Tamsin.
Mark playing Solomon.
Okay. All right, shall we start with quotes?
Yes, there's a very long list. Totally. The shattered sanctuary. You think you're safe, but you get stabbed in the back. So if we take damage, we can just jettison Kieran. It was a lot of planning. It wasn't really a...
It wasn't that kind of session.
No, not really.
Yep. All right. Oh, gee, hold on one second.
And he was never seen again.
Walked into the mountain.
I know.
I didn't get my
When you
beat
stand
jar
up-
out.
When you stand up to do that, you have no idea how much I just want you to go like. Because of the background, so you can.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
Thank you.
Mystifying per se.
Chance to kaiju.
Take any chance to kaiju you can get.
Exactly.
Nice bucket and totally failed to poker chip baka or whatever you want to call what it is I'm doing here. There's that. I understand, Mark, that you wanted to spend some experience.
Yes, I was gonna go ahead and cash in that instability and EXP for Scar and Variation stuff.
All right, just for the audience, could you go ahead and tell us what that is?
So I got the variation, I guess, is electrokinesis with the ability of conductivity and power. And that's tied to hallucinations with relentless and unruly, meaning it's always on and sometimes does stuff on its own.
I think you should.
Which is a great combination when you're running around things. That's definitely, since it's a once per chapter thing for me, I better save that one for a dramatic moment.
Remind me what conductivity does.
Conductivity, I can either increase or decrease something's susceptibility to electricity, or I can actually like arc electricity to someone. It sounds like it's kind of like a lash, just like an electric attack, as long as there's a source.
Mm. Yeah, unlike Lash, it does have to have some sort of source, although modern world being what it is, electricity is pretty easy to find. Usually.
Or yeah, make electricity.
Because you have Stormcaller.
Yeah.
So does that mean basically like shoot somebody with a lightning bolt?
That was my take on it.
And power lets you turn things on and off, right?
Power lets me, without its own power source, I can make it do stuff, like an angel railgun or something.
Got it.
That seems potentially important.
Just plug it right in my belly button. You're good to go.
In my belly button. I'm checking something real quick.
Because you've got a lot of waste energy in there.
I feel like
Apparently so.
I didn't clean it out very well.
Oh yeah, specifically power allows you to turn something on or power something. But I suppose the Yeah, conductivity just it determines how much electricity, conductivity, the air surrounding, etc. Okay.
Or the lightning
Good
attack.
times. Or the lightning attack. It's true.
Or I
All
could
right.
I am.
special power and learn new things to do with it as needed.
So we were just going to do a train heist without planning.
One other thing to note before we do that though, is that I also bought Face Thief.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah, Face Thief 4.
Face Thief 4. With me.
And which of the, did you get? Do you have the like photograph deviation or just the flat out memories? If you can see them, I can't remember which one you decided on.
Yeah, that's probably because I didn't say. But I think I just went the straight 4. I don't
Okay.
think I took any deviations. Or
Okay.
deviations? That's the right word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, deviations is the word you're looking for. Okay, so you have to actually see the target that you're emulating. They have to be within 40 yards. All right. But it gives you their like social merits and everything. Okay, so that's that. And so that's everything for experiences. I know,
Jake, what
Tamsin,
is
you're
your-
sitting on a
what
little
is
bit of
your
experience.
scar?
My scar is maintenance. Persistent drawback maintenance.
Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's the one that's going to require crafts to fix every once in a while. Am I remembering this correctly? Because you were asking about this in chat.
Yeah,
Someone else has to fix it for him.
Someone else is gonna have to repair me, I guess.
And it ain't going to be
This is
tasty
not my
berries.
craft character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my brain went there too.
I'm sorry.
I said my brain went there too.
Tasty berries.
Don't worry about
it. Okay. Extremely deep inside joke. So, yeah, and I know that Rachel, you were talking about eventually getting the 2-dot upgrade to linchpin, basically.
Assuming
So-
that we get 16 beats this session. I will be doing it after this one.
16?
16.
15.
Oh, divided between the 4 of you, so 4 total.
Yep.
Okay.
I have
I
one
think that might be doable.
one experience hanging out, just waiting for a friend.
Yep.
Oh,
Looking for group.
yeah. Empty beats counter.
All right. Everyone either further to touchstone or was I guess we don't have guardians anymore. I think we have a nemesis though. Was it Soul that is? Or no, Benji is a nemesis technically.
I'm still a renegade.
Yeah, it's if everyone else that converted over to
Devoted.
yeah, to devoted.
We've made friends. The true treasure is the friends that we made along the way.
Okay, so that means Steve did not increase alternate persona after all.
No.
Okay.
Which I know is a shame, but I wasn't about to increase it by 4 points. That would be that would get
Yeah,
hairy.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I can't say I blame you for that. For choosing not to do that. All right. And then does anyone have any weird instability situations?
I am
How much,
totally
Jake, you got
unstable.
I am
you're
like
unstable?
Yeah.
I am the most stable I have been this entire game. I only have a minor.
Time to wrap up a story and start a new one? Wait. I think we might be done with stories now. This might be the final one.
Final countdown.
Yeah. Noel, nothing weird on your
No, I'm
instability
clear
there?
as per usual.
Yeah.
I still have damage because we haven't moved days in a while.
Yeah, that's sort of the
Damage too.
I have a damage.
time is slow to a crawl. We may have a couple more sessions in us,
Yeah.
but I don't think that we have multiple days left. I mean, that's not quite true, but it's not going to be a lot more days.
Well, time to go pet the kitty.
Yeah.
No,
Time to
it's
go pet the
coactive
kitty.
damage. I fixed all the rest of it.
Oh, yep. Yep. All right. Aspirations. Benji's aspiration is to drive a train. It's very specific. Soul's aspiration is to rescue prisoners. Steve's aspiration is to pass as Heather. And Tamsin's aspiration is to rescue Danica. One of these things is not like the others. Actually, all of them have, anyway. It's fine.
Mine's better. That's the difference.
Yours is the most achievable.
Well, no one put their aspiration as don't screw up.
We know that's not going to happen.
I say, did you?
Yeah.
Office?
Not screwing up is not an option. You folks gave me your plans last week. I wrote to that. I'll put it that way.
What were our
Well, the plan, such as it was, is to take advantage of the fact that no one has seen Heather outside of the black site.
Oh, that's right.
And
And the
so that
fact-
no one at the same, excuse me, yeah. And so no one is likely to question anyone who is pretending to be her if they look like her. That's going to be complicated, though. I'm trying to remember how you were going to solve that problem.
face thief.
Yes, but without the photograph power, that goes with, that's the deviation.
Yeah, but no one.
Or do you
sees
want to take the 3 dots?
I
The
guess I
people on
did.
the site have.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that there was a deviation for it being from a photograph.
Yeah. Photograph over memory.
I'm trying to find this.
But you don't have any memories.
That's true. I don't have any memory.
Didn't you see her in the past?
Maybe.
I remember
probably.
that was how you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have seen her in the past. So you could do it from memory if you have that deviation instead of the memories thing.
There's deviant.
Her memories. It's got to be confusing to have amnesia and then the one thing that gives you someone else's memories, even partial memories. It's pretty much like playing Steve, honestly. I mean,
Come on.
you'll recall Heather moved half her prisoners elsewhere via train. The train has since come back. You haven't seen it inside. You haven't seen inside the train, so you don't know specifically what's on the train. But it is an engine, 5 cargo, cattle car, basically sort of things, livestock carriers. So wooden slats, very narrow gaps between them, and then 1 actual cargo, like the metal ones, in the back, or what will be the back.
Mhm.
And are they transporting prisoners in that last car, or are they?
You don't know. You didn't see. It doesn't know. At least the last time they did it, they did not transfer any prisoners in that car. It was only cars 3 and, hold on, I think it's 3 and 5. Give me a second. Yeah, 2 and 4. Excuse me, 2 and 4.
Okay, so
Because it's engine, car 1, car 2, car 3, car 4, car 5, car 6, or car 6. So
got it.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna take the deviation too,
okay.
and put put maintenance up to 5,
Okay.
which is gonna make it take a while.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Maybe more work to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be more high maintenance than your car.
Well,
My car is pretty high maintenance.
let's not go that far.
But only
But-
because I love doing it.
But in any case, so the plan was to go to the black site, trade on the fact that Heather is only known to people on the site, so they're unlikely to recognize or like to question her, because who else knows what she looks like? Even Abby has never seen her. So, which is the one they know has, well, at least some of them probably know has that she has face Eve. Ultimately, the plan is to go in, have the remaining prisoners loaded on the train, and take them somewhere else other than their intended destination. The remaining personnel will be told to stay at the facility to keep up appearances. And then the rest of the cohort will go in dressed as Heather's assistants to take the train. And there will be, there were about a dozen guards on watch outside, about a dozen guards on watch inside. And there will be about a dozen on the train. There are a total of 30 prisoners that were moved already, and there are 30 more remaining in the facility, in the black site. It's basically a warehouse within a basement. The basement is where the holding facility is. The upper floors are, the upper part of the warehouse just looks like a factory floor that's mostly been cleared out of most of the equipment that was there before. They're sacrificing this was Heather. It seems to be Heather's intention. They're leaving Danica and some of the others here so that they can use them as bait, so you won't chase them anymore because you guys are the real threat.
And it was going to be the rest. Well, so the rest of us and some of the renegades were going to be like, quote unquote, the new train guards or whatever, because we're pretending to be from a different black site that nobody else knows about. And we're like taking the remaining 30 to this new black site. And it was like, the whole story was that it was, you know, part of their protocols not to tell anyone that this was happening. And that they still expect to be attacked. They just don't want to lose any of the prisoners in the attack.
Right. You also, Jared Sr. was going to be running some numbers, which is buying you some time, to just determine whether to sell whether arbitration is basically giving you time to make arbitration a liability instead of an asset, which is the place that you're hitting. And long-term plan is to have Jared, Karen, and Tamsin declare independence, and then try to invite Heather and see if she either shows up and burns herself, or you come in disguise and pretend to be her. But regardless, mess around with the conspiracy. But that all hinges on the first part of this plan, which is the main thrust of tonight's session.
Right.
We have to get away with the
remind you
train
that your
heist before we can do our political stuff.
The two objectives that you have as a conspiracy are to keep the deal with Karen, which is to give her the association, which means not letting Ganungagap purge it before you can take it over, and to preserve Zechariah. All right. So what time of day are you going to go over there? It is currently September 12th in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Well, weren't we going to try and do this as soon as possible?
We
Yeah.
were, but we have some things that we need to do.
Was the
We need
transfer in
you.
the middle of the day?
What's that?
When was the last transfer?
This early this morning, like while the crazy shit was happening.
So if we wait till like midnight, it actually would be more plausible.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. We have some things that we need to do. Like we need to acquire, some kind of military looking uniforms for those of us being on the train and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I think I'm in charge of that part. What other preparations do we need to do?
We need to do all the makeup job on Steve, apparently. So however long that takes may determine when we go.
Yeah, typically, let's see.
It's when you use it, it burns out basically and has to be redone.
Yeah.
It starts out usable.
I mean, yeah.
It starts out usable.
Yep. I guess I don't exactly know how this would work. So if I can spend a point of willpower to make my disguise last for the chapter, right?
Yes.
So does that mean can I perform my maintenance during the same chapter, or would the maintenance get pushed off until next chapter too?
It's a good question.
How mine works is that if I use it, I need to do the maintenance before I can use it again.
Yeah.
Maybe think of it as it's a disguise, and as long as you stay in the same disguise and you don't change back, you don't need to do anything. As soon as you take the disguise off or just want to do a different disguise, you have to retool your entire disguise before you can use it again.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
It does. Yeah.
So, and you're a mutant, not a cyborg, so this is going to be kind of creepy. Crafts are involved.
Yeah.
It's like modeling clay.
But you can't hurt me, so
It's true. It's true.
Should be
You can't
fine.
be hurt, but yeah.
just think of me like a
definitely-
very fleshy car.
Thanks.
Writing that down.
Benji has an airbrush on his pseudo hand.
Yeah, my crafts and medicine are both a 0. So
Yeah, no, it's Benji.
I have crafts 1, medicine 1, so I guess I can help.
And hand him tools
I'd still want to try because
you enjoy it. You
Okay.
enjoy failing.
trying those things.
All right. So getting in uniforms.
Yeah, I used to have an in on a guy who probably could have helped get those.
Yeah, but you let him die horribly, and
You let
his body get put in acid.
So I'm not a help anymore. I don't know. Other than just going to like a military surplus store.
That was going to be my best guess.
Oh no, for the uniforms, I think I'm going to use my contacts for that.
Okay.
Let's see here, because I specifically have secondary market gear.
Oh wow! So that's absolutely perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just succeeds, and we're not going to belabor it.
Okay.
You have uniforms.
Yeah.
They may not be an exact match for the ones that are at the facility, but it'll probably be close enough that it'll pass most.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm gonna get like patches that are like theta site patches, basically. Like,
Yeah, we need badges.
yeah. Done. This is
Yeah.
acquirable. At the very beginning of the game, I thought I was going to need this for something very different, but
but this works.
go gadget professional training for criminal.
Yeah.
Do like the rifles the three of us have are more like sport. Do we need more military-like weaponry?
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, not necessarily, but I will say that the ones at the site carry some form of assault rifle. I'm not going to betray my lack of gun knowledge by guessing which kind.
Yeah, I think it would look weird if we're like the other site people here with like target rifles.
I mean, I could theoretically acquire those.
I think it's a good idea to, if we're looking like guards, we should be like them.
Well, Eric, I've got criminal contacts and secondary market gear contacts.
And I've got resources.
And you've got resources. I understand that it's a lot easier to acquire assault rifles than it ought to be. Do I need to make a roll for that part?
No.
Okay.
Or is it more of time required to actually get them? It's probably not like we get them next hour.
Well, it depends on the contacts.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, technically, like I know the people that outfit heist groups. Like that's the whole point. So
Maybe
Pull in some favors, give them enough
you
money.
just drive by the vending machine and pop in your bills.
that's right.
I don't think it's quite that easy, but yeah.
Would my linchpin give any input as to here's stuff that's most likely going to pass muster, or is it so secretive that it would be kind of?
You saw what the other guys were using.
Yeah, you have some idea of what it looks like. Like I said, it's not that it's not like Benji can't source good stuff or that he's not doing his best. It's just that there's like the match isn't going to be quite perfect, but will probably pass most casual inspection. Someone who's like really nitpicking might catch something, but they might also attribute it to a different black site. So hard to be certain, but it won't match the ones that are on the site precisely. Right. It'll be close.
Or site 3 guns.
Well, we're not pretending to blend into this site's group.
No.
So as long as we continue not to do that, don't do that. We'll probably be okay. We'll see.
All right. So you have the equipment. How are you getting there?
We need a van of some sort, don't we?
Well, so here's
This is
so,
watching the Archer game.
So the plan was to take the train to somewhere where we can unload people into vans, right?
Yes, and we were going to
Yep.
use the other group as the van drivers, right?
Yeah.
At least one of them. I don't remember if we had need for the camouflage equipment and all that. Otherwise, but yeah. Location A, stop train, unload people into secondary vehicles to take elsewhere. Which was back here, or up to Gardens, right? Or were you trying to go somewhere else?
No, we're trying to bring them
I think
back
long
here.
term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So Eric,
Well, we can just have them bring us there in the vans and then go to the rendezvous site after they drop us off. Like,
Yeah, works.
Eric, I just spent
Okay.
a willpower and got 1 success on my scarfiness roll to turn into Heather. Just to get that out of the way
Sounds
before
good.
we go too far in our preparation. Because yeah.
we had to make.
all right. So you're basically essentially walking into the facility rather than driving?
No, we're pulling up in vans, but we're basically
Okay.
having them drop us off at the security gate or whatever.
Vans
so
drop
the-
us off. The vans go to other locations. We
Mhm.
presumably don't need the vans because we're going to ride the train as the guards to the other location.
Yep,
It makes
Okay.
sense.
with the prisoners, aka rescuees.
All right. So just to give you some idea of layout, we've got the warehouse in the center. We got a barbed wire fence around it. We've got that like sort of loading dock for the train in the back. In the front, we have the classic like guard booth with the arms and little spikes to make sure that anyone who tries to run it gets their tires flattened. Couple guards at the front. A couple guards scattered here and about in windows and such. And a couple, well, we know that there's some by the train too, or in the train. So you're getting dropped off at behind the train?
It would be at the front, I would guess, right?
At the front, okay.
I would, because we can't go just driving on tracks.
All right.
And
Okay. So
wise, we hadn't really said, but
Whenever
once
we're
we
ready.
get all the stuff, like what is it? Evening, night, next day?
do we want to do morning?
Sunday morning.
Midnight.
Sure.
Yeah, Sunday early.
Like really still night, early morning?
Sunday morning works
sorry.
for me.
Okay.
One of my damage is going to heal.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
that's right.
All of our damage is probably from the same time.
All right. Are we bringing anything unusual? Pets, children, mages?
We're bringing a cat.
Okay.
Who did any of the animal deviants from the other group survive, or did they all die through misadventure?
I'm pretty sure they all died horribly. I could check my list, but yeah, those are the ones that were kept on being used for infiltrators, and they did not successfully infiltrate that one.
Okay, is there anybody who seems to have particular affinity for animals and
Hey,
sense of smell? Not Steve.
not me. Oh,
Not Steve.
No, you
That's
can
Steve.
do that.
Because you're coming with us. You can't.
yeah, that's
I don't eat this. I
You-
don't eat.
You don't eat things?
Uh-huh. I don't eat dice.
Okay.
I play with dice.
Yeah, don't eat dice, play with dice. I need you to go, kiddo. I'm playing my game.
Cool. Hey, Daddy, watch this. I can't eat them.
Well, yes, please don't eat my dice.
I'm not eating it. I'm gonna take it
All right,
on.
have fun.
that
Her
is
weekend
way
has been a
more
roller coaster.
intelligible. This is way more
She,
intelligible than she was last time I saw her.
Yeah, she's can be intelligible when she wants to be. She's had a bit of
Yeah.
a weekend roller coaster though. She got sick, had a pretty good fever on Friday night. Was like miserable yesterday morning, and then like has been totally normal for the last 36 hours almost. So
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, whichever of the van drivers seems to have the best ability to relate to animals and the best sense of self
Mhm.
is getting a Bjorn carrier left with them.
okay, so you're just leaving Bjorn in one of the vans. Okay.
Yes, I feel like
Or are you just bringing the carrier in case you have to like hide?
well, no, Bjorn is going to be there in the carrier. I just don't think that bringing Bjorn into the facility may be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you are approaching the gate. Is it all of you approaching or just
I thought we were All guards except for
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah, except
for Jake,
because
okay.
I think I'm escorting them in, right? And you guys are
Right.
going to go to the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
do we have any of the? I was kind of under the impression that we would have some of the Renegades with us, because we're going to replace the 12 guards on the train or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of them are driving, some of us are with us. Have
Just
we-
for numbers.
Okay. All right, so you walk up to the gate with your replacement crew. And the guard takes one look at Heather and salutes. And, sir, what are you doing here?
Sir?
It's the affectation.
Yeah, I'm here to transfer the remaining prisoners.
I thought we were leaving them here as bait.
We were. The situation has changed, and we're going to need to move them to a new facility.
Okay, I'll get that started.
Excellent.
Control, let's get them moving. Load them up and move them out.
Okay. I brought along some help to escort them onto the train, and I motion you guys in.
Okay. There's already a crew on the train.
I salute the guard and say, we're the replacement. None of the personnel from this facility are allowed to access the new facility for the security reasons.
Yeah, look, as I said, the situation has changed. A little internal trouble that we're trying to work through. So, but don't worry about the details. Just let's get it moving.
All right. Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge.
Manipulation plus subterfuge. I should have that one. I do.
I believe in you, Steve.
Let's see if the wrong place to roll. Okay. Well, I got a success, but just the one. So.
Okay. With all due respect, I think I'm gonna have to call this one in. And just as he lifts the walkie-talkie to his mouth, someone else's voice comes out. She's an imposter. Also, that's Tamsin. You recognize the voice, Tamsin. Remember your old buddy who touched your skis that one time? That's her voice. Orva Riviere. She's one of the one that you were allowed to torture as much as you wanted, and you never got around to torturing her.
I never wanted to torture her. That's not the sort of that satisfaction. That's not the. They completely misunderstand my motivations. It's a horrible company to work for. They have no idea about employee motivation.
So, I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I'm gonna say, look, you know me. We have reason to believe that this site has been infiltrated already. I've brought in a new crew to move these guys out. Let's get it moving, or there's going to be trouble.
You know, these what do they call us? Do they call us renegades or deviants or what?
That is the most dice roll to get 0 successes I've had in a very long time. So a shot rings out from the window of one of the warehouse, and boy, she must be pissed off and distracted. And a bullet whizzes by Tamsin's ear and hits the pavement.
I am going to
I
jump
think they're
into.
attacking already. We gotta go, guys.
I am going
Yeah.
to jump into like, bodyguard mode and basically, tackle Steve to the
Heather?
ground and start shouting orders to the rest. Yes, exactly. And start shouting orders to quote unquote my unit. That the infiltrators have, taken the facility. We need to get and basically start to confuse the situation.
Whoever fired that
Yeah.
shot, take them down now.
They've been compromised. They've been compromised.
Second. All right, let's roll
This
us
is-
some
This
initiative.
is still going. We're
Yes,
still
this
in
is
the right
going
here.
Real well.
Just remember,
Yeah.
if is there, you have the face thief that lets you have their merits, right?
Yes, I do.
I mean, pull status,
I kind of thought I was doing that informally, but
Bring out your inner
I-
Karen.
I also don't know what statuses she has, but
There's 90.
or if she even has that as a merit.
I mean, you probably have her linchpin merit.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, initiative is Dex plus composure.
Wow, they actually have pretty good. Okay. But they roll terribly.
I probably ask this every time we do this, but it's a D10 plus that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she wants dinner, I can see. Shortly. What time is it? Oh, you're
Ugh.
early, Kaylee.
I can go do that now. I'm at 12.
Okay.
Kitty, kitty. Lots of kids.
All right.
He's 12.
He's 12.
I am 13.
I am also
Okay.
13.
You people.
And 14.
She went to go feed the cat. She was there.
Does Benji or Tamsin want to go first?
It probably depends on what Steve's gonna do.
I'll go first. I'm trying to control the unit, so I'm already shouting orders.
A moment here.
Resisting the urge to fire back through the hole.
Is she still one of your touchstones?
She is.
Oh, you've got to
He
fire
is. I don't
back.
know that you cannot. I mean, you could choose not to, but that doesn't seem very touchstone.
No, she's
Provided
my
with-
best OG conviction touchstone.
So rarely are you provided with an opportunity to actually gun down a conviction touchstone without repercussions.
Oh, I don't want to gut her down. I want to hit the mark better than her so she feels inferior.
Sniper battle does seem like a good way of addressing this situation.
Like,
Okay.
it's not, I want her to suffer. It's, I want her to suffer in a very specific way.
Okay.
Mhm.
That works too.
There's the understanding of her own inferiority.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a lot
And
better.
if worse comes to worse, there's always kneecap.
6.
I'd imagine that Truck
7.
is hard without kneecaps.
All right. Despite the fact that Benji has body tackled Heather, the next shot just like gets you. I rolled 7 successes on that roll.
Gets me or gets
and-
Tamsin?
Get Ben.
It's you.
It's me.
Steve.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's okay.
No. Yeah.
Who is shooting?
Well, yes, that's all right. It does. Whoever's up in the warehouse somewhere, but it's really hard to tell exactly where it is because they've got a merit for that. So you take 11 lethal minus whatever your armor is.
Okay.
I know you will heal that pretty quickly, but I think that makes it hard a little bit, harder than it would otherwise.
Hey,
Or
question.
2.
Yes.
So with the gear that we got to match, would there be some body armor in that? And if so, what is the value?
I think so. Let's give you a 1-3.
1-3?
Yeah. So you can downgrade 3 of the lethal from a bullet to bash, and then eliminate 1 of the damage before you apply the ballistic.
Okay. We have armor that,
All right, Steve.
if that means anything to you.
I think that's what my Kevlar vest already is.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I
Where are you at?
them, is it 2-6?
No, definitely not.
Okay. So let's see. Given the situation, I think I am going to turn off the
Face thief
no
or
no, we're not there yet. I think
anomalous?
Yeah, I think I'm going to turn off anomalous biology so that I bleed when I'm shot. And I'm
Okay.
I'm going to do what I can.
Are you
to
basically
continue the route.
grabbing? Are you going to? It's not something you just turn off, but you have the because it's a perpetual.
I'll
You can
I'll swap it out
use
for
one of your
camouflage.
mutant things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll swap it out for camouflage.
Okay. So you have camouflage 2.
Yep. And that
Okay.
way I am bleeding and I don't have to act like I'm in pain because I am in pain.
Method acting, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to insist, take this down, fix this.
Do you have if you've taken that much damage, are you even conscious?
Yeah.
Without your anomalous?
Avoid the damage first and then bleed.
So, well, yeah, I mean, I was shot with it on, so
Right.
it would still have the.
But I'm just saying that if you're going to turn it off so that you can bleed, I think you're dealing with not being able to respond after that. I mean, you'll heal up pretty quickly, but
It's not part of.
it's the first time you've encountered someone with psychoanomastics.
With psycho what now?
Onomastics. Yeah. If you know someone, you can see through any disguises that they have and recognize that they're someone else, or recognize that they're the person that you saw before.
Yeah, okay.
And also whether someone's lying about their true name, and other stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find on my sheet the rapid healing. There it is. I kind of thought I had something to keep going here. Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's your anomalous though. Because it's painless, bloodless.
So.
And mindless is its own thing.
Painless, bloodless, breathless, whatever other list. Zombie.
So painless. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was an anomalous biology. It was not. Well, I don't have a gun, so I'm going to be pretty useless anyway. So
He just got shot.
Well, last I heard, so there was the transmission and then got missed.
A second.
Yeah, somebody beat us in the initiative.
yeah.
There's a second.
Yeah, she has Predator's Cunning 5, which means her first turn is always a surprise round.
I would do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. So that first shot was terrible luck, but
yeah. All right. Well, I guess you got me. I'm gonna stick.
All
with
right,
my guns
you'll be
though.
back. Tamsin.
Yeah, I'll be back next round.
All right. I think Benji said that he was wanting to act first.
Okay. Benji then.
Yeah. Okay. So I am pulling Steve / Heather out of like behind the kiosk or whatever. I'm shouting orders to my unit to take cover. I'm telling the guard that he had better get his his people under control. He must have a rogue element within his organization, and basically just trying to salvage the situation. And I guess I'm trying to also gauge how successful that's being.
Go ahead and give me manipulation plus subterfuge.
All right. I actually have a specialty for this called
An
Unlikely Story. Yeah. And I have double 9s on this roll. Or 9 again, excuse me.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
So, yes, specialty. It's definitely the thing. All righty. 4.
Okay. All right. It seems like it is like the two guards who are at the gate look uncertain. I think, though, to a certain extent, the uncertainty is there are several armed people right next to me, and they outnumber me a lot. So I don't think that trying to engage them at point blank range is going to be productive. And maybe we should just let them through so that they can figure out their thing inside. But the voice on the comm is pretty familiar and trustworthy as far as these folks are concerned. So you don't get the sense that he's utterly tricked, just that he's aware that his situation is very tenuous right now.
All right.
Tamsin.
Okay, I'm gonna need a reminder on something that I took at character creation that I haven't used till now. So area of expertise, as far as a merit.
It gives you a +2 bonus instead of a +1 bonus on a specialty, on one specific specialty that you chose.
Okay, so +2 meaning +2 dice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and what we are carrying would qualify as a rifle?
Yeah,
All right.
it's an assault rifle, but it's a rifle.
I am going to
Like the window.
I am going to try to shoot back exactly where the shot that he hit Stether came from.
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is I will let you roll it as your firearms. However, I'm going to penalize you the way that her penalty usually works for perception for this, because she is hidden in her cyber nest and is not easily visible. So take a -4 penalty.
Okay. Okay. So
Still 6 points.
all right, 3, which
Okay.
isn't as good as what we got, but
What's the damage bonus
You'll note that
for the weapons that we're using?
a assault rifle is a 3.
Okay.
Something you do notice is that while your rifle has a pretty good range, its range is not as good as hers. It's not making too much of a difference here, but if she were to outrange you, she could hit you without you being able to hit her. You can figure that much out as a specialist with a rifle.
well, there's not much I can do about that at this point, aside from just trying to shoot better.
So 3, 6. Okay. All right. All right. It's hard to say whether you hit for sure, but you're pretty confident that you probably at least winged someone.
Bystander. Some bystanders.
Probably not a bystander. I mean, do you have marksmanship
Me?
as
Yeah.
a merit? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Crap. I have area of expertise,
Well,
firearms,
It
and
matters if
marksmanship.
you spend time to aim really beforehand.
Yeah, marksmanship isn't like a flat out bonus. But one of the things that it does is it never hits an unintended target.
If it's high.
If you shoot into a group of people, you will hit your target or you will just flat out miss. You won't accidentally hit someone you don't intend to.
Awesome.
Which is why she was able to just flat out snipe Heather, despite the fact that Benji was right on top of her.
Hey, I finally found the princess.
Okay. All right, Soul.
All right, so I'm going to turn and aim my gun up that way, just for looks, because I'm using my action to do something else.
Okay.
Coactive up my electrokinesis by 2 to gain input and output. Ouch. The walkie-talkie goes staticky, and then the voice repeats, I repeat, the person in the window is an imposter. The renegades are attacking.
All right. Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge. I'm going to give it a -1 penalty because although like this is pretty clever, this is becoming increasingly difficult to believe, and I think everyone's just going to stop listening to the radio. Period.
I rolled a 1.
Oh wait, was that a chance?
No,
Or just
I had 2
one
die.
die. Okay.
-1. I rolled a
All right.
normal die, which I would
Okay.
anyway if I had 0 die. But
It's true. It's true. All right. The guards at the front basically take cover inside the little guard booth and like drop their weapons and drop their walkie-talkies and just cower. There is some activity on the other side of the courtyard, but it hasn't come to light yet because I mean it's been 3 seconds. They even haven't it really 3 or 6 seconds. It really hasn't given a chance to respond much. Your deviant friends are looking to you with kind of the expectation of, do you want us to assault or are we retreating? And they're looking at Tamsin because she's in charge.
Well,
they have
You
friends in there too. Well,
They have what?
I mean, they have friends in there too. We figured that out, right?
They do. They do.
So this isn't. But do I get to respond to this right here and now, or do I have to wait for my turn?
You can respond here and now.
Okay, because my response is going to involve trying to trigger pheromones.
Okay. Go for it. I guess that's going to be next turn because it's activated, huh?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right. Orva.
Did you just say Opa?
I thought you said Lufa.
Orva. Orva is the name of your enemy.
Oh, Orba.
She's not taking a shot this turn. It is a little disconcerting that you were able to scope out her location and shoot back at her. I did mention I was watching Fellowship of the Ring with my son today, right? Just remembering the shooting into the darkness and hitting people based on the trail of their arrows going back to them. Because being badass is badass. All right, Steve, I think you're healing, right?
I only heal 1 lethal though, so it's going to be a couple rounds until I'm conscious again.
Okay.
Did you get smaller?
He did. He's sitting further away from this computer.
I am sitting.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm standing. But I'm not going to be doing anything for a bit. So
you are sitting.
Yeah.
You'll have your opportunity to do something other than bleed. Benji.
Okay, so the guards have surrendered. I'm going to trash talk to Saul. Maybe just turn off their walkies at this point.
I was gonna. I can only act once a turn.
Yeah. It was a good idea though, and I'm going to begin the. I'm going to direct the. I don't know. Because I don't know what Tamsin is doing.
Oh, you will in a second.
But I don't know. I guess because I know that Steve's gonna be fine. I guess I'm gonna poke my head up and start assessing the direction of the train. Can we see the train from here?
It's on the other side of the warehouse from here.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna start. Nobody else has started shooting at us, though, right?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna pick up Heather in a fireman's carry and prepare to follow my unit here. So
Okay.
I think we need to move, but I don't think I can leave her here. So
All right, Tamsin.
All right, I'm going to try and activate pheromones.
All right.
Can I spend a willpower on this?
Yeah.
Okay. York. And that works by giving me success, not extra dice.
3 dice.
No, 3 dice. 3 dice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, you straight up mind control everyone around you. So where are we going, leader?
Okay, so
Except Steve.
you know, I'm trying to
He
get
gets a clash of wills, but
us.
he's also unconscious.
I'm trying to get our allies, and I'm trying to get those freaking guards cowering in the booth to let's get those prisoners on the train and get it moving.
All right. So you are charging forth. Good Lord. How are the interiors performing here? Sol, you said you're shutting down the walkies?
Well, I would, except now I'm doing whatever Tamsin wants me to do.
Okay.
Well, it says
I mean, it's not quite true mind control, but
no, it says I can direct in a general way to convey in a short sentence or two, which
Okay.
I feel like that as long as you're achieving that overarching.
yeah, you don't lose all free will. It's just
Okay.
you want to do what she want to help her.
Well, then the guards here's walkies will not work while we're going into the warehouse.
Well, wait, are those guards coming with them?
One thing you could do since you control output and input is you could basically just fill it with static and just make it just disable all the communications inside the building, or at least the walkies.
I have a different idea. So as a walkie-talkie, it can broadcast to the other walkie-talkies as its normal function. So I'll have it output to the other walkies that I'll use Heather's voice. No, that will be weird if they see her shot. The guard that met us, I heard him talk, right?
Yeah.
He said something initially.
Yeah.
I'll try and just have it be his voice, being like, we're under assault. All guards out front. There's a new crew coming to load the train.
All right. Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge. It's at a -2. This is like I said, increasingly difficult to buy. So I'm gonna die.
I can spend willpower after because of precog. So
It's true.
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I can't roll above a 5 apparently.
Okay.
I have 0 success.
All right. The guards are following your lead, at least the ones that are out here. The deviants are following your lead. The guards inside are finally getting around to opening fire. Let's see. There are 3 of you left.
I can't help myself. I'm definitely using Steve as a shield.
Yep. Well, the good news is that even with the goon bonus that they're getting, they decide to concentrate fire on your fake Heather and basically you. Your sudden motion surprised them. They didn't expect a small group of people to charge when they are clearly outnumbered and don't have the high ground and already have one seeming casual, like deadly casualty. And you're up against another deviant who is particularly good at range. All right. The Deviants are doing the whole Captain America with like extras episode bit with everyone, charging forward, opening fire, and mostly filling the air with bullets rather than actually hitting targets because there's really not a whole lot to hit yet.
Well, I'm gonna have to remember to think about the training manuals that are used because I did not specify.
Yep. One of your Deviant allies' heads explodes as Orva takes him out. She's really good at this.
Go back, right?
I wouldn't say,
It'll grow back, right?
In this case, no.
Okay.
The good news is eventually she'll run out of ammunition, right? That's what you're banking on. Steve, I guess you get to heal.
Yep.
All right. Benji.
Okay, now I'm scared. I'm definitely running as fast as I can toward the train. Because I can't really shoot and carry at the same time.
No. All right. Tamsin.
Well, I'm trying to keep the forward momentum going. Do we know where the prisoners are? They're in the.
You know that the holding cells are at the lower levels, yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's go towards the lower levels. They're shooting from us from up high
All
anyway,
right.
so.
Well, they're also shooting from us from the warehouse.
Hold on. Are they coming from?
They are.
Or above?
They're shooting from the warehouse. They're up. They're on the second floor.
But on the second floor of the warehouse. And we want to
Yeah,
go.
is where they're shooting from. And you want to go downstairs. Now there are people down in the basement who are the guards for the prisoners. There's about a dozen that are the outside sentries, and then there's a dozen that are prisoner control, and then there's the dozen in the train.
What's the chance that I can Cautionary this thing?
But you can Katamari? Oh, as in like recruit others by getting close enough to them? It's pretty decent.
That as the pharaoh, so we just pick up mobs of their people to add to our assault.
Brilliant.
As you approach the warehouse, I mean, it's been like, I don't know, it hasn't been a long time. It's been maybe 20, maybe 30 seconds. It hasn't been very long. You hear that there's some sort of message being played on the broadcast system inside the building. Give me wits plus composure. Anyone who. So yeah, Steve, heal another 7 turns of damage.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm back conscious.
Yes.
Well, hold on. I might want to remain inert for now.
I know that you don't get carried very often.
Well, and I mean, they killed Heather, right? So and
Right.
we can make that happen.
One. Any others? Anyone beat 1 on perception plus on wits plus composure?
Oh, that was for everybody?
Yeah, that's for everyone. Yeah.
Oh,
You're all running toward.
Sorry, I
Got
thought
it.
you were
what was it? Wits?
plus composure.
Oh, okay.
4 for me.
Does hypervigilance play into this?
No, it isn't. Isn't any kind of ambush. One day I should actually give you a benefit on hypervigilance. I keep on forgetting you have it. Sorry.
Sort of
Are
running
you
out of
sure?
time.
Right, but it was I had 80 kids. I re-rolled it. I guess I have 2 successes.
Okay. Those of you who got at least 1 realize that the message says, Commence immediate evacuation of remaining staff. This facility will now deploy anti-forensic countermeasures in 15 minutes.
All right. Got to get him on the.
It's worth noting that all of a sudden the front door of the warehouse opens and people are running out of the warehouse, like guns on the ground. Like they're trying to avoid you because they don't want to get shot. But they're giving you wide berth, but they're definitely evacuating.
And I said, what anti-something measures?
Anti-forensic countermeasures in 15 minutes.
That means they're going to slag this place.
They're going to blow it up.
Yep. So, but are they running into my cloud of pheromones?
A couple of them do get caught in it, but for the most part, they are, like I said, giving you a wide berth because there's a group of armed folk who seem intent upon entering the building that they would like to leave.
All right, so let's. 10 minutes, we got to get them in the train car. Maybe. Or disarm this thing.
Might be able to do that.
Whose action is it?
I think we're out of initiative for the moment.
Okay.
Orba's going to be doing her own thing.
If people want to work on trying to round up prisoners, I'm going to try and find out where this control panel for blowing it up is. Where's command room?
Well, there's a command room.
You know
but the
where
command
it
room
is.
only.
We've been there.
Yep. There's a command room, but it doesn't appear to have a shutdown mechanism. It's a one-time thing, and it's mechanical rather than electronic. So it's basically the whole pour the chemical in together, and once the chemical runs out, the whole thing goes up. So it's not really powered. It's I mean, it can be disabled, but it usually takes several larceny rolls or maybe some science rolls to do it.
Well, I'm going to start sciencing this up.
All right. So first off, you have to find the device. It's a 1 minute interval. It's a wits plus investigation roll. The second, there are 4 devices.
We should focus on getting the people out.
This is sounding like the more likely.
I will at least learn of this thing happening and let you guys know this information.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my response is let's get the people out. We don't care about this building.
Well, it appears that everyone is helpfully loading everyone onto the train already. So if you just do nothing, they'll load up the rest of the folks and then run like hell.
Yeah, but if this blows up, isn't that counter to our
designs
abilities?
What? Why?
There was something about not having they need to not.
They need to keep the association around.
We're rooting against this node.
Yeah, this node specifically, we want to get dropped because we need the others.
Destroying this building will not destroy the node entirely. They do have another black site.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it'll lower their valuation in the eyes of the people.
All right.
Yeah.
Which is what we're looking for.
All right. So they're loading up the train, and they're basically everyone who's in is still a prisoner here is in literal physical chains as they're being led onto the 2 cars that I talked about onto car 2 and 5 or 2 and 4 rather. And eventually they fill up the train and let everyone know that that's the case.
So can I jump in here? Okay.
Yes.
I'm headed for the front of the train because I'm the new conductor.
And we
Okay.
also have to get all the other guards off the train.
Right. Yeah. And so basically, I'm going to the front of the train saying, you guys need to go per evacuation protocols. I've brought my own team. We're driving the train.
Evacuation protocols include, I know just as well as you do, we need to take everyone here.
Yeah, you need to leave.
So we'll be bringing your folks, and we'll be bringing my folks, and we're going to be bringing the folks that are in the building. We've got to evacuate everyone. This place is going to be subject to anti-forensic countermeasures.
I understand. There are new protocols. You need to go.
You're welcome to stand and do it, but I'm staying on this train. You're going to have to shoot me to get rid of me.
I shoot him.
Okay. So are you starting the train?
What's that?
Are you starting the train?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Hold
All
on.
right.
Hold on. First off, have we verified everybody is actually on the train that we expect to be on
Yes.
the train?
Everyone is on the
Okay.
train. The good news, bad news is that because of the evacuation protocol being triggered before the train left, there are about a dozen more people on the train or a dozen more guards on the train than would have otherwise been on the train.
Well, we can.
So there's 24 instead of 12. And now you can Katamari some of them, I'm sure.
Yes.
But eventually that'll fade and remember it fluctuates. So you have to maintain it or it will stop working.
Yes.
I haven't been enforcing that yet, but I will once the train is moving.
Okay. We need to give everybody a job here. Tamsin, can you see what you can do about getting all the guards into the last car?
Yes. I guess I'll assign people cars.
You
Okay.
need anything from me?
The cars for the private military contractors are 1, 3, 5, and 6.
Well, it's all 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're spreading them out so that they're with the prisoners too.
No, all
Roughly
the
4 per.
guards.
What?
All the guards go
Are in
to
6.
6.
They won't all fit in 6.
And
Okay,
some of
5
them-
and 6.
5 and 6, and we've put.
There's heavy equipment.
prisoners-
Okay, 5 and 6. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the former prisoners and us in not 5 and 6.
Right.
Well, 2 and 4 is where there's actual, the brackets and the chain bits to keep them from going anywhere.
This is fine. This is totally fine. We're not moving the prisoners.
If
All
they're
right.
in the right place, we can keep them in the place.
All right.
What's the
So-
car connection?
It's one of the old
mechanism?
magnetic ones. One of the old magnetic connectors.
Okay.
I mean, it's a physical
I think we
pin.
have multiple ways to do that.
I know you have multiple ways of dealing with pretty much everything. I will note, however, that as soon as the train starts moving, there is an electronic voice that comes over the speakers that says, detonators armed, estimated travel time 15 minutes.
Shit, what does that mean?
Does it mean it's going to blow up if we stop before, or does it mean it's going to blow up by that time?
It isn't really clear what the message is. You could ask someone, or you could inspect the
Well, I definitely
inspect the
just
train
shot
and see
the
if you can find it.
conductor.
Yep, you certainly shot the conductor. Okay, so another thing to note about this is not one of the kind of trains where it's been built for passengers and you could just go from like car to car by just opening a door and going to another place. You actually have to climb out of the train, get on top of the car, and you have to do it from the sides. One of the doors, and the doors are on the side. So you get out of the train, climb up the ladder, get on top of the train, move to the next car or whatever number of cars, get down the ladder, go in the door. Is this
Okay. Well, I
making
was
sense?
thinking that
Is this clear?
Cars 5 and 6 weren't even going to start. They were going to get left behind
They're
as the
not-
train pulled.
So you're going to disconnect them?
That was my what I was going to work on.
Yes, before the
Okay.
train even.
Give me a wits plus crafts, or if you have something, some power that you think will function, you can do that.
Electrokinesis seems reasonable.
Power off.
Well, they're not like electronically held. It's just that there's magnets involved, so you don't have to literally stick your hand in to catch the pin. The way that old trains used to work is you'd have to back up the train to a certain point, and then when the holes lined up, you had to drop the pin in there to make them latch. And that was an extremely dangerous job. So they have magnetized that process so that it basically, they come together and they latch rather than it being something that is extremely manual. But it isn't like a power gauge that like lets go if there's no power. It's just there to guide the mechanical device.
Okay, so I unpin it.
Right. So you're using, like I said, wits plus craft. It's not quite as simple as just unpinning it.
Oh, guess that becomes unskilled, so it's a chance. All right. Guess we'll move on. Oh, that's one success. 2.
Okay. So you managed to leave cars 5 and 6 behind with all the guards in them. That's the good news. Now here's the 2 bits of bad news. Bad news thing number 1 is there is a shape that jumps out of the warehouse window and appears to like hover in the sky and has a sniper rifle. The good news is that you have some cover because you're behind the train. Oh wait, no, you won't have truck cover for very long. Never mind. Yikes. You said you have 1-3 armor?
Yes.
Marco? Okay.
Oh, here.
All right. So you take 6 lethal as she shoots at you from, she has a combination of brachiation and flight 2, so she can hover. So she jumps up in the air and then she like floats gradually down while she's shooting at you.
Uh-huh.
So it's like every Mario Brothers trope ever.
She goes bidding.
She goes bidding, blah, 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 bidding. All right. So that's a complication. The other complication is that you don't get very far before you unhook the train, but after a while, when they realize they're not moving, they open up the side door and it opens up like a drawbridge, which we weren't expecting, and they start driving Jeep vehicles. There's 2 Jeeps with mounted machine guns on the back, and they're giving chase.
Maybe we should check to see what's in the train cars first.
We didn't have a lot of time.
We didn't
I mean,
have
the place was
any
melting
time.
down.
Yeah.
So
Zero negative time.
So what point are you like stunned or knocked out or whatever stuff as far as just by taking X amount of damage?
Well, how much health do you normally, like how many of your health boxes are full of damage? Do you have any that are not full of damage?
Yes.
Okay, then you're not unconscious.
I have 9
if you have are
boxes,
damage in
7
the last. Okay, so at that point you would normally have a -1 penalty to all actions due to the
I
damage. But you don't if you have a merit for that.
Yep.
But that's where you are at right now. Is yes, that hurt a lot. Don't forget that your Kevlar downgrades.
It doesn't knock me down. I can get on the train.
You can climb up the train. Give me a dexterity plus athletics. There's no ladder on this
How
particular
fast
part
is
of the
the
train. Huh? What? You're on the back of the
How
train. Or on the
fast
back between the 2 cars.
Well, if only 7s were successes, that would be pretty cool. I
Yeah.
rolled 7, 7, 7, 8. So I have a success.
Okay. Well, then you managed to get on top of the train car.
Okay,
Cool.
we need to go back to initiative.
I think you're correct.
I'm gonna start turning off some Jeeps.
All right, let's reset
Or too far
initiative.
away.
Are we just gonna? Should we continue using what we were using before, or should we restart?
It's fine.
Use what we have before.
Okay. All right. So Orva is going to get ahead on the train a little bit. She's going to go over to car 3.
She's flying.
She is flying.
She's already at the train.
Yes.
Oh.
She jumped out the warehouse window and used her flight to catch up pretty quickly.
Okay.
And now that she's on the train and she's in motion, it's easier for her to keep up with the pace. So we're just going to have every action movie train gag ever with her. That's just the way it's going to be. So Steve, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a gun. I don't have.
I'm gonna have the conductor's gun.
Yeah, sure.
I'm very generous.
Yeah.
What he's got.
What does he have?
Just a pistol, nothing too fancy.
Okay.
He's
I
the
don't have
conductor. He's
stat
really a
level.
non-combatant.
Yeah.
We'll call it a 2L weapon. We'll make it a heavier weapon, heavier pistol.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're fighting. So I'm gonna start shooting with the pistol then at one of the vehicles that are coming.
Okay. Go and attack.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Your shot goes wide. Benji.
So, quick question: What is? How often do I need to be driving the train?
Well, you really only have to. It's trained. You don't have to go. You don't have to drive anything until you get to a switch, and then you have to make sure that the switch is flipped if the switch needs to be flipped.
Okay.
You might want to take a look at the navigation plan or like the train plan, because there might be some stuff that was important that the conductor needed to do, and now you don't know how to do it. Engineering.
So
accurately.
I guess what I'm trying to do is trying to figure out what I need to be doing. I thought I would have a little bit more time.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a intelligence plus drive or craft, whichever one.
I'm very good at all of these things.
I know you are. That's why you're driving the train.
Let's see here. Do I have a drive specialty for this? I do not. Okay, but I do have 9 again. Getaway driver is actually what I'm built for.
Totally have the right person.
Sure.
Now you're
3.
here.
The other thing I should mention is that I actually have a specialty called crack driver, and I have the big version, which lets me drive and do something else in the same round.
Yep.
So once I figure out,
so basically,
you're
just assumed to be driving.
Position.
Yep. Okay, so there are 2 points of importance in terms of switches. There's a first switch that'll happen about 5 minutes. Or let me back up a little bit. The train will reach its full speed at 3 minutes. At that time, it'll hit it. There'll be a bridge. You will then have to throw the first switch, or have the first switch thrown, talk to the switching station, because if you don't, it will be directed onto a track that's a dead end after 5 minutes. Now, good news, bad news. You can stop the train by applying the brake. Once it's up to maximum speed, it takes 3 minutes for it to come to a, hold on, it's not 3 minutes, hold on. Yeah, 3 minutes to stop using the brake. If you just let a car drift, like you just disconnect some of the remaining cars and just let them go, it takes them 8 minutes to come to a complete stop. So there's a point at which you might want to jot this down. This is probably could be important.
Okay.
But 3 minutes to stop if you apply the brake at the engine.
Give me a sec here, Eric. I wasn't really in.
Yep. Wasn't expecting algebra.
No. In fact, I was. We're in combat, so how much of this is going to be relevant quite yet? Because we're in 6-second intervals, unless we're in different intervals. Okay, so sorry, I'm completely. So 3 minutes.
It's okay.
In 3 minutes, we're getting to the first switch, which is a bridge. Is
No.
that what you said?
Nope. 3 minutes you'll hit the full speed of the train. I mean, it's only been a little bit of time now. You're not up to full speed yet. Once you get up to full speed, in order to stop using the brake, it takes 3 minutes to come to a complete stop.
Okay.
Okay. If you just jettison a car and let it drift to a stop on its own, or if you don't apply the brake but you turn off the engine, basically, it takes 8 minutes for it to drift to a complete stop. Which can be relevant if you, say, disconnect the cars that have bombs in them in hopes that you'll avoid blowing up the engine.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. All right. First switch will occur at 5 minutes into the journey. Right now, it is currently set to direct the train onto the main track. So there's no change that needs to be done. If you change the direction, it will instead be directed onto a track that dead ends into another part of the warehouse district in 5 minutes. So there's options.
Okay, so can you need to clarify a couple things for me here. The plan that you're currently describing, is that the intended plan according to them or according to us?
According to the plan that the engineer helpfully had pinned into his,
I don't care
thing.
about that plan at all. Because I have already,
I'm just telling you,
before doing this, we made our own plan and we are meeting our trucks somewhere else.
Right.
So that's the plan I want to know about. I don't care about the other plan at all.
Okay. So there is a second switch that is currently set to direct the train into Union Station, which you don't really want. Because it'll put everything in put in a passenger train area. At least if you have bombs on board that explode. Okay. If you were to get it there safely, that'd be fine. That is that switch occurs at 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. And that.
All right. If you switch onto that track, though, you will get to a third switch that will route you to your intended destination.
Okay, so we need to go into the passenger track for a little while in order to get to where I'm trying to go.
Right.
Okay.
And that will occur at 15 minutes and 30 seconds on that route.
Okay.
Or not 15 minutes, I mean 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. And there's something that happens at 15 minutes.
That's when the train blows up, we're assuming, right?
Well, that's theoretically the time it arrives at its destination.
Okay, but what was the thing that referenced it? What? Read me the message again. That played over the loudspeaker. I don't remember what.
The message that played over the loudspeaker, it's okay, is detonators armed. Estimated travel time 15 minutes.
Okay. So we don't know what any of that means. So I don't actually need to do anything other than make sure that it's going at full speed and not stopped until 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Is that correct?
No, yeah, no, you're correct.
intervene
No,
in
you're
any
actually
kind of
correct in this
switching.
case. Yeah, because they were going to be
Okay.
switching it, but you don't care if you don't want it to switch.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Adjusting my
I think
plan
that's all I
slightly.
have time for is figuring that out.
Okay. All right, Tamsin.
All right. So my nemesis is
flying up the-
on
yep.
is on top of
Yep, hovering over the
right?
train.
Okay,
She's flying.
she's flying.
Yep. She's above car number 3 right now.
And I'm on top of number 4.
Yes,
Because 5 and 6. Yeah, okay.
because 5 and 6 are gone.
Okay. I'm going to find Danica, and I want to see what kind of condition she is in.
Well, honestly, all of the prisoners are pretty emaciated, and Danica specifically has lost her trigger finger.
Okay, well, so much for that plan.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one. I wasn't thinking that. I was mostly after Tadrama. Could use an entire Olympic team of people who are sharpshooters, sort of sharpshooters. But
Well,
you don't have
my
one,
nemesis
unfortunately.
was from a different Olympic team, so. Okay, time to declare war on the Swiss. Even more.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb
right.
up to which car is Danica in?
She is in car number, I believe it's 2. Let me double check. Yes, she is in car number 2.
Okay, I'm climbing up onto 2.
All right. Give me a athletics, Dex plus athletics.
All right. Ha. I am built for
I
that.
will say though, it was a slick move ditching all those 2 cars right away. That was that's definitely simplified combat.
Yeah.
Until they came after us.
Well, there's only 2, like only 8 of them now instead of 9, instead of 12
24.
or 24, 25, I guess more accurately, but.
Six.
Okay. All righty. Yeah, you just have no problem getting over there. It's like you were made for this.
I am built for 2 things. I am built for athletics. I am built for firearms.
Yep, and also for social stuff lately. But
Well,
Saul,
yeah,
I was trying to scroll to marksmanship to see what one gave because she didn't print it out.
Yeah, I misunderstood how it worked when it printed
It
out.
gives you an aim bonus if you can get hit 3 plus your firearms instead of a maximum of 3. So it will reward you for spending lots of time aiming.
But that's an accumulating bonus per round.
Correct. Yeah, it's 1 per turn, but it caps out at higher than
Gotcha.
3.
All right. And the second one is for called shot, so that doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
Unless you're shooting out tires.
It's
I'm
true.
more concerned with the flying sniper than the other guys at the moment, because she's gonna kill me very soon.
Well, I'm hoping
So I think I'm gonna light beam at her to try and keep her blind. Then she can fly into a
Okay.
skyscraper and be done.
more.
Fly into a skyscraper and be done.
Well, at least annoyed with the skyscraper.
Yep. Does she? I try to remember. Does she get 7? Does she get defenses on that?
I don't know if I actually printed out bioluminescence because it usually didn't matter.
My guess is that the
Yeah, I
speed of
know.
light is faster than a bullet. So
Yeah, it's more that she gets becomes blind.
There's still a targeting involved. Is important. So I just. But you may
Probably
very
able to
well
look
be
it up
right. I
faster
just.
than me on my phone. So
Oh, okay. Fine. Give me a
I'll
second.
keep scrolling, but you put these things way at the bottom of this chapter.
You're getting spicy.
Yikes.
Well, I made it to the merits. I just gotta keep on going.
Yeah, there's a lot to scroll. I mean, you can only see about an inch and a half at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my version spits out all my comments about errata every time I open it. So
Luckily, bioluminescence is at the top.
Isn't
so
that a Pokemon?
once I get there?
bioluminescence.
No, errata.
Errata. I don't think errata is a
No,
Pokemon.
Rattata is.
Oh, Rattata. Okay, that I believe. Errata would be. I don't know Pokemon well enough to decide what errata would be as a Pokemon.
Yeah, so I have to direct it at them. So I don't know. Is it just like a scar finesse roll? I don't know what that would mean. I'm directing my power at her.
Goes in the various. Okay, I don't care about the timing of that.
My guess is it would be a scar finesse roll.
It's affected by range. No, bioluminescence specifically is not. So we're not. Here come the comments.
what?
Give me a second.
Are you commenting?
See my. No, it's not your comments. It's my comments on my draft. This is one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to having the real version in my hands, so I no longer get hit with this is the page XX.
Yeah. So directing a variation, I thought.
Okay, so they usually get a contested. They usually get a contested resistance roll. It actually doesn't have to do with defense unless you decided that. I imagine it's stamina.
Well, for me, I don't know what.
Is it based on a physical, social, or?
Mine is physical, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll use stamina. That's fine. Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. You're directed, and I will roll my. Oh my gosh. Right. Okay, that's not very exciting.
So I'm rolling what?
You're rolling Scar Finesse.
So just that stat, or that stat plus magnitude plus acclimation?
that second thing,
Okay,
the scar finesse roll.
that's he
Yeah,
hasn't
Dex-
had to do that in a long time.
Dex plus magnitude
Yeah.
plus acclamation is right.
So, 3, 4. And then plus acclimation.
Mhm.
I forget about the acclamation part because I've never had an 8.
Yep. I think Mark bought it like a couple sessions ago.
My God, I have a success on my 7 dice. This is not my night for rolling anything above a 7.
You're still at precog though, right?
I guess.
Add willpower. Do it.
Right.
Doesn't help. Can't roll
Oh
above a
gosh.
7.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she only got
Yeah,
one,
okay.
but that's enough for her. So.
Yeah, that was 10 dice.
Yep.
Yikes.
It's hard to hit someone in the eyes with the sun when the sun is at their back. It's challenging.
Well, they're staying on her, whether they're in her eyes or not,
Yep.
because in a few rounds,
She's
she's
painted.
going to start getting irradiated.
All right. Let's see. What are the guards in the train in the jeeps doing?
They should be playing match.
They're driving.
They
You know,
can
as much as I want to make this an MCU movie, I don't think they really need to be MCUing so much. I mean, the prisoner transport is a prisoner transport, but if you don't play ball by the then I don't think it matters. I think they're going to just hold their fire, and just keep following the train without actually engaging it yet. Kind of want to know where you're going.
Maybe these people have a point.
It's not quite what I had in mind.
I suppose
but
they don't really need to assault the train necessarily.
They really don't. I mean, where are you going? It's a train. It's on a track. It only has so many destinations. Also, it has a bomb, possibly multiple bombs. Hard to say.
Yeah, I feel like the reasonable response from them would just be like, you know what? It's time to find a new job.
Well, even if it's not that, I mean, it's like, it's a train. All right. Orva, on the other hand, does not feel like.
Hang on. I feel like if they're dudes, we have minions too.
Yeah, you're dudes. Okay. What are you directing your minions to do?
That's Tamsin's.
Are you taking pot shots at the? What are your minions doing?
We have minions of mine
Sorry, I keep forgetting they're on the train.
on the train.
You do have some minions on your train.
They're on our part of the train, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Take down the flying lady.
Okay.
I mean, I want her to be fine,
I'm gonna goon them.
but if we have to deal with other people shooting for her, then it's going to be easier for me to get her.
All right, they're gonna start climbing out of the train to get a good shot at her because she's above the train, so it's not like they can poke their heads out and shoot at her.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of them are going to climb out of the train. Come on, thing. I don't know why my cursor is so angry at me, but it's angry at me. All right, so 12 renegades. We'll see if we can count them down. What? Oh, I guess we're at 11. You already blew one of their heads off.
Right.
All right.
Hold on. These are. Wait, are these the guards that we took with us? Or are these the like our allies that we took?
These are your allies. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not gonna
No,
mess
I
around
wouldn't
with
tell
all their
them to do
variations.
that. I thought you meant like there were guards that I brought with that were doing that. So no, I wouldn't tell them to attack her.
All the guards.
No.
The,
No.
Okay, what do you want them to
all
do?
the guards on the thing and okay.
Yeah, I know that. Remember that your pheromones is not unlimited. It will wear off quickly.
That's
because
fine.
you have to roll every turn. So it's better for you to just ditch them because those are the ones that obey your every order.
That's fine.
But only for that little while.
I misunderstood
Okay.
the demographics of who I was giving that to. In
Orders,
that case,
okay.
I would not be asking them to get
All
up
right.
on
What do
the
you want your
train.
renegades to be doing?
Free the prisoners, get them out of chains.
Okay. All right. That's still going to involve them getting on a train temporarily.
Okay, to get to where the people.
All right. I'm not going to get too technical with them. I assume they probably make it. Okay, 2 of them fall off. Not horribly hurt, not like critically wounded, but they just climbing is not their strong point. Roll with it. Roll with it. Okay. So we're down to 9 renegades now.
We're not at full speed yet, so
No. That's
Just
coming.
meet us back, you know where. Thank you for
Meet us
your
back,
assistance.
you know where. All right. All right. Orva.
Have dinner upstairs. Yes, we do.
Is going to take out another of the renegades. They're at least running cover for you, right? Interference.
I'm fine.
And that doesn't
shooting her.
necessarily mean that they're dead and like completely horribly wounded. It just means that they're out of the fight.
Right.
They're not going to be engaging further.
I'd rather have her shoot at me or Steve.
Steve, what are you up to? Up your mute.
So if I were to adaptation up some specialized sense, is there some form of like something I could? I'm looking for the bomb.
Okay.
you should do the calibrated
we're-
one like Saeed.
Calibrated? Is that that's a thing for?
One that you can. He can't. That's invasive.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's why it's invasive. Or one of the reasons it's invasive. Whenever I think about a power, I think about if the mutant gets this, is this broken? And if the answer is yes, I usually try to find a plate for it to fit into.
Okay. So I am looking for something that would let me detect explosives. Is that
We'll specialize. Yeah, specialized sense is probably okay. I'm okay with you doing that.
Bomb sniffing dog.
Yeah.
Bomb sniffing dog.
Oh, that would be good from the animal kingdom. I was looking at the technology end of things, but
Yeah, technology like X-ray vision, not literally, but like some form of that would help.
yeah.
I'm sure that there's some sort of like, I don't know, something detectable.
Mhm.
Go ahead and give me a wits plus perception or wits plus composure with a +3 bonus.
And I am swapping face thief with this, so I am no longer Heather.
So it's okay. Well, yeah.
Okay, you said, what did you say? What plus composure? Wits plus
Wits composure +3.
Okay. Three.
All right. There is definitely a bomb in car number 3. And you can't tell exactly which other car it is, but there's at least one other bomb somewhere farther back.
When you say back, you mean 4 or? Because we only have cars 1 through 4 right now, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, because you ditched 5.
5 and 6, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So 5.
Interesting. Okay, no, there's only one bomb.
Okay.
It's in 3.
All right.
Yeah, 5 you ditched, and so it's going to explode, but that's not your problem.
It's gonna explode at the warehouse, which is exploding anyway.
So the title of the session today is "Driving That Train," inspired by the Grateful Dead chorus. Driving that train high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind, and you know that notion just crossed my mind. Remember the movie Speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Premise of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally stole it for tonight. So
All right.
yeah, so the bomb is in car number 3. Right next to both prisoner sets.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful. Well, at least we're freeing the prisoners more.
Yeah, so all we need to do
Sure.
is get the prisoners and us to car number 2, and then we know how to avoid the bomb.
Yeah, that's more complicated than you might think, though, because we have to have the prisoners who are not in good physical shape.
Crawl.
Well, climb on the outside of the train.
Oh, true.
Where they can be mowed down by machine gun fire.
That seems poorly advised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's deal with keep freeing the prisoners, but we definitely need to deal with those machine guns or the guns in general before we deal with the bomb, I think.
Yeah, that's many, many minutes away, and we're going like 6 seconds at a time. So
We get it.
that's
Yeah.
way down the road.
Mm.
Okay.
But good job finding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to find it, Steve.
That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Having a mutant rocks.
Mutants do have their advantages.
Do we know what kind of device it is?
It's a little similar to the one that, well, no, you don't really know. I don't think he has that much detail. You could go look at it.
I'm on top of the train.
I could.
On top of a train looking down.
All right. So that was Steve. Oh my gosh, Cursor, why are you so angry tonight?
It's cursing you.
And brings us to Benji.
Okay. Well, so I don't need to technically be here for a while.
The train.
I am going to give a quick readout of the. No, that doesn't help.
Something that might be worth mentioning is car number 1 is, where'd it go? Has a bunch of crates in it.
Okay, what's in the crates?
I don't know, you haven't opened the crates.
Well, I'll go. That's what I'm doing then. I'm gonna look in the crates.
All right. All right, so give me your Dex plus
Great.
Dex plus athletics.
Is this for opening the crates?
No, this is for getting onto the top of the train, because there's no doors between them.
Oh,
You actually have to climb out, climb up, climb over, climb
I
in.
teleport.
Okay, roll that then. I know you have a good gift for
Yeah.
that. But.
Let's see here.
Really, Kaylee?
All right, I succeed.
Hey, guess what? There's a bunch of extra equipment in here. There's some suppression cuffs to like deal with deviants, and there's some more assault rifles, some more body armor, random other miscellaneous supplies, med kits. Wait, no. But also, there's a rocket launcher with one rocket in it available.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna grab an assault rifle and the rocket launcher, and bring. Well, I'm bringing the assault rifle to Steve wherever he is shooting from. And then I'm saying, Tamsin, I have a present for you in the in car 1. If you can stick your arm out one of the windows, I'll give it to you.
I'm on top of the on car 3.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. Next turn I'll send you a present.
Mm. All right, Tamsin,
All right.
going to car number 1.
Wait, do you need me to be at car number 1, or are you able to deliver?
Hang on, I have a better idea. I think I'm going to end up shooting this thing. I can make another rocket.
Okay.
Oh, God. Okay.
I was sad, but then I saw the way it made Eric suffer. So
Wow.
You are way better at shooting at this, but I can make more rockets.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Tamsin.
I
what are you
never
up to?
thought that I've always looked down on that particular section of the variation, but not today.
duplicate rocket.
Worth mentioning that Orva's hovering is going to come to an end, and she'll have to jump next turn. She's going to land on car 3. Well, it looks like she's going to land on car 3.
Well, I'm still going to shoot her this turn.
Okay,
I'm not
shoot
going
her.
to wait. All right. Oh, that's right. Let me get more expertise.
By the way, because of Predator's cunning, you do lose 2 dice on the attack roll, because even when she has no concealment, she still has concealment somehow.
I was excited for a second.
You're fine.
Because I was going to roll all of the dice in this set, but
do you have willpower, or are you already using it?
You know what? I will use willpower.
Yeah, use all the dice.
Okay. Well, yeah, except now I need to find a one more dot in the set, but that's okay. I'll just reroll one of them.
Okay, I'm sure that'll work out.
All right, got 1, 2. Oh man, I think Mark's rolling is catching.
Oh man, that's not what I wanted to hear.
I rolled 11
All
dice
right.
and I got 2 successes.
She's bleeding pretty profusely now. She's taken a couple hits. That one was not by any means super lethal because she does have body armor like everybody else, but yeah.
It's gonna add up.
Soul. It does add up. Mark picked the wrong moment to walk out of the room.
I think Saul may have had to
Go to the bathroom.
Hey, I have a quick question while he's out of the room. So a couple of different versions of integrated technology might be combinable here, and I'm just wondering how, like, if what I'm thinking is possible. Can I become? Okay. Can I take in the rocket launcher and then become the train and integrate the rocket launcher into the train?
I think a train car might be, I guess it's a size 30 is the maximum. So yeah, that's probably doable and weird, but doable.
Like, can I give the rocket launcher a turret? And then be the train car to feed it more rockets?
Okay, that would be funny. And again, we're getting close to the end game, so any horrible precedents I set, I probably won't bite me too hard, right?
I was just trying to figure out a way for me to make rockets and to let the gunners actually shoot the sweet gun.
Do the work.
Ah,
No, that sounds pretty cool. No, that's actually, you know, tying up two people. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. The trick is, Tamsin, I need you to come to the engineering car. Or
okay.
You need to come to me because me going too far from the driving the train is a bad idea. And while I am the engine, I can drive the train from there.
I see the wisdom in your
Wow, a train engine with a rocket launcher turret with infinite rockets. That's
We found the cheat
a
code.
little
We
appalling.
found the cheat code.
Yeah. It's like a video game tank.
It is like a video game tank.
Shall I go on a search?
And here I thought I was cheating by giving them 2 Jeeps instead of 1.
No, you gave us more targets to shoot. Thank you.
Target-rich environment.
You made us a little shooting gallery.
Mm.
Fortunately, you're the one that's very good at athletics. And if you fall off the train, you can just run and catch up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Oh, I see what he was doing. He must have been printing something off because he didn't take his phone
Okay.
and the printer just came to life. It's your turn.
Ah.
Yes. It hasn't printed yet. All right. I was trying to find the radiation stuff because I went to my computer. So anyway, I'm keeping the beams on her. But I think I gotta get Stormcaller.
All right.
All right, here's
Which car are you on, by the way?
what's that?
Which car are you on?
I'm on 4. That's where I climbed up.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember. Okay.
all right, so it's the radiation is intensity 5.
Basically does damage per turn, like a point of damage per
After
turn.
so after intervals equal to stamina. So
Yeah.
whatever her stamina is before then, she's just accumulating, but then she'll start taking damage. All right.
Yep.
So I'm just holding that on, but I'll get Stormcaller up to at least start getting the environment. Because I'm at the back of the train,
Okay.
and so that might affect some of the people driving behind.
Potentially. Okay. Roll your
Yeah.
your finesse to target.
All right, let's see where we're at.
Hey, you rolled above a 7.
On 1 die. So I have a success. So, I'm just at Mag 1 on Stormcaller. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
Oh yeah, you're targeting your yeah.
Yeah, it's what magnitude it starts out at. All right, so it there
Okay,
are
so
no
Mag 1.
tilts. Yeah, at magnitude 1, no tilts. It's just a level 1 electric environment.
Okay. All
So,
right.
At level 1, anyone in the 30-foot or whatever range, it's again after turns equal to stamina, they'll start taking electric bashing damage.
Okay.
You're not catching
right.
the prisoners in train 4, are you?
Well, they're inside.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And he's not using aura.
You
He's
can-
just using the beams.
No,
Got
this
it.
is Stormcaller.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Stormcaller. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that will.
okay, never
I'm
mind.
just holding on. I wasn't trying to direct that into her eyes again. I'm just holding it on her
Okay.
for radiation accumulation.
All right.
Stormcaller's at.
Hmm. Well, let's see. One of the guards, one of the jeeps, a guard has convinced the driver to get a little closer to the train. There's a road that moves a little closer than it was before, and he hucks a grenade at car 2. Which actually misses. Blows a hole in some of the track just a little bit after the rest of the train leaves. So that's a thing that just happened.
Grenade, it's going to bounce off the train. If you hit a train with a
Yeah,
grenade,
well,
it bounce off the train.
they're just getting experimental now. They're hoping that they can huck it through the slats and into the train that way. But it probably is a terrible idea, and he's the only one that seems to think that this is a good one.
Well, that worked well. They blew up.
All right, so your deviants are going to climb down and let the prisoners out in car 2 or 4 or both?
Anywhere there are prisoners, please.
Don't we need to get them from 4 to 2?
Oh yeah, we do need to get them from 4 to 2. So if there's anyone in, yes. Once the people in 4 are
loose.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while to free everyone. They did not fuck around with the cuffs, with the chains. And while the let's see, it's
they've got toys to play with.
Free one. Yeah, requires a minute and a successful wits and larceny roll or some crazy athletics strength roll to get the hostage free. So it's going to take a while. Probably, so it's going to take a total of 30 minutes.
30 man minutes.
30 man minutes. 30 deviant minutes. 30 broken minutes.
It's worth doing.
Yep. So I'm going to say that they are able to free 8 this turn. So there are 22 remaining. I guess actually I'm going to make a roll. Let's have that, and we're going to call it 16. Because some of them are bound to fail. That's not exactly an easy roll.
Sure.
All right. So Orva is going to jump up again this turn, and she's going to hover just beyond car number 4.
How big are these cars?
They're train car size. She's got the ability to jump up to
No, I'm just
25.
wondering where the end of my Stormcaller aura would be.
Is it Stormcaller? Is it a 40-yard or do you have an? I can't remember whether they're longer for Stormcaller.
30 feet. I believe it's 30 feet.
Okay. Then that probably doesn't put her within range of that because she's too far up in the air, but it will eventually put her in range. Unless she doesn't land on. She sinks. She jumps up in the air and then she floats down slowly over the course of about 3 turns. All right, Steve.
She's going to end up drifting behind us because she can't go as fast as the train.
She's using the train's momentum to keep up with the train. We're keeping action movie tropes. I'm not going to nitpick the distances. You guys probably aren't going to get to do all the crazy bridge and tunnel maneuvers that I had in mind, because you're going to be done with the combat long before then. I mean,
Okay,
ones where
so
you have to
I
duck under the bridge, ones where you have to make sure that you're not on the side of the bridge, ones you have to jump onto the bridge, run across the bridge, and run back onto the train. But I guess all that planning went to waste this time. It happens.
Well, maybe you can have another train heist in a game someday.
And I'm sure something like that will happen. All right. So Steve.
Yep. So I am gonna go and try to get to the area with the bomb, just to see if there's anything I can do about it.
Go ahead and give me Dex plus Athletics.
Okay.
And these won't cause you to fall to your death or anything of that nature. It's just how fast you get to your destination.
Okay.
Steve wouldn't die.
It's true, but it would be a little awkward to like be off, not on the train anymore.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
Okay. So you have no trouble getting into the train with the bomb.
Okay.
So here's sort of the deal. It is a pretty elaborate mechanism. It is dead man activated. So like if you just randomly pull wires or cut power, it will explode.
Okay.
It basically boils down to a three-step process. First, you have to examine it and understand where all the wires go and all the explosives are set up.
Okay.
That is either a wits plus science or a wits plus larceny roll, or if you have something that is specific or a power that's specific, I can do that. Then you have to analyze that wiring system to identify what wire to cut to deactivate the bomb. And that's either an intelligence plus science or intelligence plus larceny roll or something similar. And then the third is you actually have to cut the wire safely without disturbing all the other wires or otherwise triggering the explosive, which is a dexterity plus science or larceny or whatever. Now, it doesn't just immediately explode as soon as you attempt these and fail, if you fail, but it does complicate matters.
Okay. Okay. Well, I am assuming that even with specialized sense, even if I got the equipment bonus to the roll, it's probably just easier to jettison the car than it is to.
The complication is that you have hostages in front of it and hostages behind it. The bomb is the middle car. Because it's engine, equipment, hostage, explosive, hostage.
Yep, we understand.
Those in 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying it might be easier to move hostages and then jettison 3 and 4 than it would be to disarm the bomb.
Diffuse. Okay.
Yeah, because even, those things, each of those things is only, even if I got the equipment bonus from specialized senses, which I'm not sure that I would, it's still only a handful of dice for me.
Something that's worth noting is it's a larceny.
Science or larceny.
It's a larceny roll, so the larceny would benefit from. Oh no, that's something else. I apologize. That's escape, getting the hostages out. Sleight of hand works. But anyway, yeah, that's not relevant here. All right.
Okay.
Benji.
Okay, we're gonna.
Is it time to be the rocket launcher?
Yeah, well, I think I'm just gonna take the rocket launcher in with me, and unless I have to do it in 2 steps. But yeah, yeah, I'm going to tell Tamsin come to the engine car because I've got to. We'll see if this works. I suppose I can still trash talk once I'm in the train. Oh, and I can talk through the loudspeakers.
Speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be fun. So I need to push up. Let's see here. I need to push up integrate technology to 4 to be the train, but that already encompasses the pulling larger objects into me and whatnot. So so yeah, that's all I need to do. I take my bash here because I just need to increase it by 2. And that's what we're gonna do. So I need to do, let me see here, which one is this? This is integrate technology is maintenance, which is mental. So it's a wits roll +4 and success. Just the one.
Okay. So you said it's basically a turret. Is it on top of the train? Is it to one or both of the sides? Is it in front of the train? Where is the turret sticking out?
On top.
Okay.
So yeah, the rocket launcher pops out of the top, swivelly, all fun like that. I could probably shoot it. Oh, shit. I do need to buy feed, don't I? That's a.
I believe, yeah, because that's going to be, yeah.
Okay.
That makes it the infinite rockets.
Yep. Okay, so I need to take lethal instead of bash. Excuse me. Okay, all good.
It was fun not to have that lethal when you could.
Yep. And something else I should note: when I become the train, can I change how it looks? Is that a thing?
No, it doesn't really work like that. No.
Okay. Never mind then.
It's okay. All right.
Yes, I'm gonna hug.
Right. Tamsin.
1 second.
Maria.
Yep, I know. A hug needs to be made.
Love you. Have a good night. I am going to frolic over to the turret as fast as I can.
Okay. Your conviction touchstone is still alive and still flying.
Yes, I know, but this lets me shoot rockets at her.
Okay.
I know, that's why I'm going for the rocket launcher.
You're a monster, but okay.
Is your
All right. Rocket launcher.
Orba or I didn't.
Saul.
I didn't either
Alright.
till now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and bump up my my delete.
Stormcaller.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think it's resistance. I think. I'm gonna have to scroll back here. Fluctuating. Yeah. I haven't done before. Anyway. Cool. All right. Well, I have a success, so I can go to level 2. At level 2, I gain. So now it is a level 2 electric environment. So -2 to all dice rolls for
In that area.
those people in it. Plus 1 moderate tilt. So that's gonna start out with We'll do the blizzard for the making ranged attacks worse.
Okay.
So in addition to the -2 dice rolls for all the things, it's -1 to visual perception and ranged attack rolls, and -1 more for every 10 meters away you are, and -2 to physical rolls involving movement.
Well, there's good news and bad news on that. She's not in the range of it yet. When she is, it will definitely affect her snipering, but it will also complicate Tamsin's shooting back.
Why is she? Tamsin's not shooting into my blizzard of electricity.
But if Orva ends up within the electricity zone,
Oh yeah, if she ends up in it,
yeah, then it, right,
right now
yeah.
it should be. It's making it harder for her to hit me.
right,
I'm trying to be dead.
yep.
And if it makes her shoot worse, good. Or the guys on the cars behind us. If they get
All
close
right,
enough.
so Orva is going to spend the turn aiming at Tamsin.
Okay.
Oh, I'm also curious, what's her stamina?
4. It's
Okay.
gonna be. It'll be a while before that impacts her.
No, 2 more.
Sold. You just went guards. No, we just did you. Wait, Steve. Sorry.
Yeah. So I
Worth
think
noting that you are now. It's been. Oh no, I guess no, it hasn't been. Never mind. Carry on. Carry on, Steve.
okay. So I am gonna go over to the 4th car to try to help get prisoners out.
Okay. Make your strength plus or dexterity plus athletics.
Or
Okay. You have no trouble getting over there.
okay.
It's like second nature at this point.
I know. I forgot to clear some prisoners. Bear with me. Sorry. All right. Benji, you are the train.
I am the train. Yeah. What else can I do by being the train to mess with our
Blow your horn, I guess.
What's that?
I said blow the horn, I guess.
Toot, toot.
Well, I could definitely do
Whistle.
that. I'm not sure I want to be doing that. Maybe once we take out the cars, I'll feel celebratory. I think what I am going to do is yeah. Did you say that there was, or was it just the car that had the vehicles in it that had the little drawbridge things on the side?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
All the others are sliding back and forth.
Are there
So they're
any
a pain
movable
to get out
parts
of.
on the top of the train?
On top, no, not really. I mean, unless you like want to open a vent or something, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything that I can do to protect Tamsin up there. But I'm not sure that there is. I think I'm just chilling out. This is
okay.
If I'm going to be feeding.
You're providing infinite rockets.
Yeah, if I'm going to be feeding infinite rockets, I think I've just got to be on task here.
I mean, I'll admit I'm
Okay.
depending a little bit on my reflexiveness too.
Oh yeah, of course, because you could liquidate.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. Good deal.
So, yeah, I forgot about that. That makes it much
That's
harder.
what that's why I'm like, okay, she can shoot at me. That's just,
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine. I don't want
I'm gonna have to stop holding back then. All right.
One last question. How
Tamsin.
close to the
Sure.
engine has that creeping up vehicle gotten? If he threw a grenade at the second one, at the second car, like how close are they?
You could totally pistol in from this range if you had a pistol in your hand. I'd say like 20 or 30 yards, maybe. It's not super far. That was a long grenade throw, but it's not like a ridiculous, like other ranged weapon.
Okay.
It would
tell me
suck,
if they
I guess,
get
if you
close
managed
enough
to throw a grenade
for-
through the window.
Tell me if they get close enough that I can translocate into their vehicle. Because I can be the truck,
technically you
too.
are already. Yeah, you could technically be you could technically translocate into the range you're at now, but you might want to feed the rockets for a little bit.
Okay.
The
We'll see what
case
happens.
of Noel has too much to do.
I know. And the bomb is like tailor-made for my skill set too. So
I know.
anyway, I'm finished.
All right. Okay. Tamsin,
Can I shoot a rocket launcher yet?
you can shoot a rocket
All
launcher.
you like.
Okay, I'm assuming that does this fall under firearms?
It does. I mean, I don't know what else it would fall under. It's not a rifle, though. No.
Oh, I guess it's not a rifle, so darn it.
Not even a little bit.
All right. I'm shooting somebody with a rocket launcher.
Okay. Is that somebody your rival?
It is. Does the Predator's thing still
It
apply
does.
to
It's a
rocket?
-2 penalty. It does. Because you actually have to hit her. She's in the sky. If you miss, it'll hit the ground and she won't be within the blast radius.
All right, I'm spending one more willpower because
Did you just give yourself 1 dice?
yes,
Willpower is 3.
yes, but I'm in doing that instead of subtracting 2.
God.
That's enough. You hit someone with a
Yeah,
rocket launcher. It isn't like designed to just explode on impact with a human body, but it hits a human body hard enough that yeah, she doesn't have much left in the way of health. So she falls, tumbles a little bit. The rocket lands near her and explodes. And that is one less rival that you will ever have to deal with again.
Remember,
So you can heal a
bird.
major instability.
Sorry, I was taunting. What? Well, I
You can heal a major
I'm
instability if you choose.
Can I heal a minor?
You can. It can be major, medium, minor.
I think for the first time,
whichever one you choose.
for the first time all game, I have no instability.
I know. It's hard to completely ditch it, but it's not impossible.
I use my action to not report the track obstruction to the transit authority because I like breaking the law.
You get willpower doing that, don't you?
That's right.
Or potentially. Go for it. Unnecessary law breaking, as I recall.
I could have just reported it, but I chose not to.
All right, next, 4 rockets.
All right. Once you take out the sniper, I don't think that the Jeeps are going to continue their pursuit
Okay.
for a variety of reasons.
It's going to be really hard to drive.
Part of it is that the accident. I'm sorry.
It's going to be hard to drive when I'm blinding them.
Yeah, it'll be really hard to drive when you're blind, and then it'll also really suck when Benji teleports into one of their Jeep and starts like shooting people in the or making the Jeep run off the road.
Oh.
But that's not foremost in their minds. It's just the fact that their sniper just got rocket launcher, so they know that there's no one that is on the train that can disable the bomb that has the codes to disable the bomb.
No, if it takes codes, I might even be able to do it easier than Benji.
Possibly.
That's a good point.
You should go check it out.
Yeah, well, now that I'll have to climb off into move over to 3.
All right, we're not going to do, we're out of initiative order, but let's all decide what we're doing as individuals. So Steve, what are you up to? You were with the bomb. What are you doing now?
You're on
muted.
mute.
You're on mute.
I was not with the bomb. I was with people, the hostages trying to.
Oh yeah, you were letting people out. I'm sorry, you moved it already.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're helping with hostages. Benji, what are you up to?
I need to be driving the train
Okay.
because
We're no longer doing turn by turn, but yeah, you're going to be having to deal with things.
yeah. So unless they need me to come back and do something with the bomb, I think I should stay up here.
Okay.
You said
All
the
right.
Jeeps stopped following.
Yeah, the Jeeps have veered off for now.
Okay, then I'm going.
Now that may mean that they're no longer pursuing you, or it might mean that they've have some idea what your destination is and they're going to set an ambush for you later. But it isn't immediately clear.
Well, there's not an immediate target, correct?
Correct. I mean, you could probably take a pot shot and hit one from this range.
Oh, in that case, you know what? Since I'm up at the rocket launcher, I'll take a final pot shot,
You might as well.
and
Okay.
then I'm going to go and help transfer prisoners to a not exploding car.
All right. Benji, you, well, no, you don't have to. Okay, so Tamsin takes out one more Jeep, one of the Jeeps, leaves it flaming wreckage, and then goes and starts helping with the prisoners. Ultimately, it doesn't take a super long time. You're at full speed by the time everyone is free, but everyone is free, or will be free. Mark.
Yeah, so I have to crawl over to car 3 and climb down to get inside of it to check out the bomb.
Yep.
And I will,
And
I'll let Stormcaller peter out.
okay.
I am
As
still-
you go
I'm
into the
still a
bomb
big
room,
light, FYI.
you're what?
I'm still
It's full of
glowing.
light. Yep. When you go inside the car number 2,
Huh?
your electrokinesis does something you don't expect.
I wasn't going
And-
to part 2.
3.
I was
3
going
is where the bomb.
3, I'm sorry, 3, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, go into the bomb. As you get close to there, there's a spark, and the timer has now been activated. It has 3 minutes remaining before it explodes, whether the train stops or not.
Oh,
God damn it.
I see.
Well,
Well,
you
now
know,
you
that's,
gotta
you
check
bought
out,
that.
what this might take to disarm.
Okay. Well, the good news is you get a benefit because you do have electrokinesis, but it is pretty complicated. So I'm going to require you to, because the thing is, if you use electrokinesis wrong, it will still cause it to explode. It is dead man switch activated. So you need to know which wire to cut off the conductivity to, but you
Well, I
don't
was
know which
gonna
one it
use
is right now.
input because I bumped it up, so I have.
Oh yeah,
input and
because you
output.
can use the code. Okay.
I'll just use input. I'll
okay.
spoof the correct code.
After a couple of heart-pounding seconds where it's like detonation initiated, you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! You managed to push the
I'm
right
not
code in.
scared
and
of the explosion. I'm not scared of the explosion, Eric.
You aren't personally afraid of the explosions, but your friends or your friends of friends are all in the cars to the front and the back. So there should be at least a moment of panic.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, but not for me.
But not for you
Well, I'm so
personally,
glad
or
you're
for Steve,
thinking about it.
or for Tamsin. She could survive an explosion too. I guess Benji would be the only one who's fucked.
I'm the train.
Benji's the
So
train.
you're
and
the
he's
train,
in
so
the
you'd
front.
probably survive it too. But Danica probably not so
And all the
much.
people can rescue.
No, I have a touchstone in here.
And I have an aspiration to rescue them.
Good. I feel
Good.
like my touchstone is-
I'm not trying to blow them up. I'm
All
just
right.
saying, I'm not
The,
that worried about it exploding in space.
The Jeep doesn't return to ambush you. and you manage to get, without much further complication, you manage to get the remaining prisoners evacuated safely.
I'd say ideally it would have been all the prisoners are in card 2, nobody is in card 3 or 4 except me, and then I futz with the bomb.
Yeah, but now we don't have to
Get
transfer
technical.
them, which is probably the most dangerous part.
Yeah. Especially since they're all emaciated and maimed and shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you unload your hostages, and
Our hostages?
You're not our hostages.
well, they were the hostages that were supposed to keep you from attacking the facility. Boy, that worked out well. You receive a phone call, Tamsin.
Also,
You too, Mark,
while
Soul.
we unloaded people to drive back, what are we going to do with the train?
Leave it.
I don't see any really great reason to do anything but leave it.
Okay.
And you parked it in a. It's not like sitting on the track randomly. You did find a place to divert it so that it's not causing trouble. Two
things.
Right.
Oh,
Number one, can we take the rocket launcher with us?
it has no rockets left, but yeah, sure.
That's what
No. I never.
Oh, you
used
kept.
the
Okay,
original one,
it
but
has
they fed
one rocket left. Okay, so it has its original rocket.
I trust Benji's ability to find additional rockets.
All right, I guess you get to write rocket launcher in the character sheet, but no tanks.
And second,
I held myself back on that.
we're going to try and take as many of those people are still heading back to Serendipitous Gardens, right?
Correct.
Okay. I am making sure that my kitty cat is sitting on Danica's lap.
And licking as many
Can it
people as
lick
possible.
me?
Okay, fine.
I don't think
You
she
borrow
can
my cat
fix
first.
fingers. Okay.
I lick your cat.
Hey, I am gonna load up those crates of guns though. We might need those later.
Black market.
Ooh, yeah, grab the armor too.
Well, we have a hit squad now, so
You do have a hit squad, so equipping them is not a terrible plan.
yeah.
Even Christmas.
Yeah, steal the stuff.
Yes, if we don't use it, we can use it as an income source. Or maybe we can barter it for
Exactly.
and rockets.
He said
Yeah.
some of us receive a phone call.
Yes, you receive a phone call from numbers you recognize. One is from Anara, and one is from Coach Heinrich Stupenwaffel.
Oh,
We probably should have secured the coach first.
yeah.
We're bad at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we stop there for the night. I think you know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Then we're at 5 minutes till, so we should stop.
Well, good timing.
What all does Benji do for healing if I lick the cat or the cat licks me or we all touch tongues together?
Everybody's licking the cat. Why is everybody licking the cat?
Touch your tongue to mine.
I'm just remembering of the like article that was don't disturb me while I lick the lucky kitty. It's like,
Well,
what?
Bjorn actually has healer 3, but
Okay.
I believe it's the same as magnitude 2, only it does lethal, if I'm remembering correctly.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's
So it heals
lethal.
1 lethal.
No, it heals like, I want to say it's power, so it would be 2. I'm trying to remember offhand, but you'll look it up. But like, It's either Scar Power, which is assumed to be 2 for a Manticore, or it is based on magnitude, but I can't remember which offhand.
Oh, here it says make heal a patient of all bashing damage, but yeah, I don't know what 3 does. I'm sure it's not all lethal, or that'd be tremendously awesome.
Well, it can only work once per person, so
Once per
Chapter, yeah.
chapter.
Oh, let me find it.
Chapter.
Well, so how many are we saying it heals? 2 lethal?
I think Eric might be checked.
Let me.
Oh, okay.
I'm checking right now.
I'm trying to write a quote down before I forget it.
Reasonably certain that, but it does seem like a good one to write down. You guys don't take damage that often, so lethal
Says
damage equals
you.
Scar Power. Remove a condition. This does not affect persistent conditions, such as missing fingers. Sadly. But yeah, so it's lethal damage equal to Scar Power, and for a Manticore, that's always assumed to be 2.
Okay. Well, I only have 4 lethal and 1 bashing now.
Well, you can heal more next session. Lick the cut kitty quickly, early, lick the quit. Yeah. Lick the kitty early, lick the kitty often. All right.
Whew.
Yeah, so Tamsin is down a conviction touchstone, which is probably a good thing, right? I mean, horribly murdered your jerk.
Yep. I may not go to the Olympics, but neither will she. Unless she's going to the Olympics in hell.
We're gonna start calling you Tanya Harding.
She started it.
Oh, she started it, huh? Yeah. So obviously you're not going to come into play right now, but like when I was just cooking up scars, I gave her high level of dependency with nightmares that requires her to eat cockroaches, because the way that Heather brought her to heal in the first place was to tell her that you were the one that was demanding these tortures. And she actually, through the sheer number of horrible humiliations, managed to cause her to diverge and think that it was all your fault. She picked up a bane to ice, snow, and temperatures below freezing, which is exactly what you want to have when you're a biathlete. And then she had misfortune, which didn't come into play here, but except that my dice were terrible for her most of the time. But beyond that,
that's okay. We're
Yeah.
fine with that.
Yeah, that a bullet would have not been good for Benji to get hit by.
Well, I see. That's the thing. I don't necessarily need to get hit by bullets anymore because I can dodge them.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, you can dodge them. Yeah.
So I just didn't realize that was a free thing that I could do.
Yeah,
action-wise.
because of translocation.
Yeah.
You would have had to abandon Heather/Steve to do that, but totally could have done it.
Yes.
So we've already done all sorts of crazy scar magnitudes, and yeah, we bought a bunch of stuff at the beginning. All right, chapter beats, and then driving a train definitely happened. Rescue prisoners definitely happened. Passed as Heather happened, if only briefly. Rescue Danica, that happened. So that's another 4. Oh my gosh, and a lot of that stuff was in the service of your. All right, I'm gonna not think about that.
Oh, I see. That's who's behind it all.
You can make note that you currently have 2 effort as a conspiracy that you can spend as you will.
Shit. What did I
talk about
ask about last time? Oh, for creating things like the weather vane.
It would take 3.
Yeah.
So you're almost there.
Yeah. Okay.
We need one more effort.
And 4 beats each.
Yes. One. There. All right. Can I buy the linchpin 5 or 4 or whatever?
Yes.
Yay. Whee. Okay.
And capturing the association would cause, well, that's a little complicated because it's anyway, but you could also spend effort to like acquire the association.
Oh,
and then an effort to reassign.
I think that's gonna. We don't technically have our conspiracy yet because we don't have enough pieces, right?
Correct, but when you act on behalf of the conspiracy and your own conspiracy and suffer for it, you still generate effort for your conspiracy, which you can use as a conspiracy.
Oh, okay. I just assumed, for whatever reason, I had thought that pulling the 3 pieces together was like the final bit too.
That's a very
that wasn't
big
something
deal.
we spent for because we couldn't generate them yet. But
Yeah.
that's apparent. So we're a proto conspiracy basically.
You're a proto.
How much does it cost to pull in? How much does it cost to pull in a node?
You could totally. You could pull it in for. Let me just see here. I would say with the 2 you have, you could pull it in and reassign Karen to it as a linchpin.
Okay. Well, we're definitely going to have to do that before we do anything more fun.
Unfortunately.
But if we expend effort on it, that should definitely help our case for when we declare independence or whatever, it's going our way.
Mm-hmm. Give me a minute here. Oh my gosh, why is everything so slow? All right. Ooh, indeed. Right, that's fine.
Aww.
Nothing in the jars. All right. All right. New aspirations. Benji.
Declare independence.
All right. Soul.
Save an arm.
Save it.
I don't even know what the problem is yet. But
Yeah, we assume they need saving.
Yeah. Steve.
I mean,
Make peace with my mother. Right.
I guess I'll do some more blog posts.
All right. Tamsin.
Save my coach. I like our oh, well, it's weird, so weird. I guess it is technically his.
Oh, another thing that's probably useful to know. Well, maybe I'll just save that for the next week. That's fine.
Okay. Probably going to. I'll just keep looking at something.
Oh, I'm probably looking up.
Oh, lovely. Okay, it didn't freeze.
Oh, am I not moving or something?
You're not moving. Jake's not moving. Well, obviously Noel's not moving, but yes, you are
Yeah.
moving. It's just you weren't moving.
All right. Yeah, that was a bit. Was that more or less what you were expecting? I know that I derailed you immediately at the beginning.
Ha.
Like, ha
Yeah.
ha.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to do a little bit more of the pretending to be insiders,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I've been planning to bring her back for a very long time, but I just hadn't found a good time to do it, and that seemed like the time. But then I gave her a power that I was like, well, shit, this is not gonna go the way they want it to. So
Well, I think I bought the correct new power.
yeah, electrokinesis is really strong, especially in the hands of a coactive, since you can kind of Swiss Army knife it in a way that you can't a lot of others.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up for the week then. We'll have our after chat later, but all right. Again, I'm Eric Zawadzki. I'm the developer for the Deviant Renegades line. This is my regular tabletop group meeting in quarantine. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Jake playing Steve.
Noel playing Benji.
Rachel, thank Tamsin.
Mark playing Solomon.